Mm. Man,
Yes.
I'm so dog shit tired. I didn't even know I said that wrong until you were like, "What you mean?"
I was so confused. I was like, "Do you want to sleep in a call?" I was like, "What?"
Mm-mm.
I've I've been live for 4 hours now,
Yeah.
just playing Valorant and crying.
No, you're not. Please tell me you're not actually crying.
Omened by the Lotus Core.
Welcome to the stream, Dean.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Nice.
So I'm
I
tempted to
really wish you
just
better
sit
player.
here and read this creepypasta, I guess it is, that I was reading because
You were
I'm
live for a minute.
obsessed.
Are you still live?
Yeah, because well, I got off because it was like lagging a lot. So I just ended up shutting down my computer, letting it sit for a while and getting back on because it was just like not it was not the business. I don't know if it was actually the internet or my computer. Either way, it's great now. Yeah, I think it was for like 50 seconds or something. I
Did you
deleted
really just
it.
give Tom a warning for spam?
Mhm.
Remaining.
Nightmare did. He
You
hates
only
you, I
cried.
guess. Who? What? I'm rich as fuck. I love getting flashed. It's amazing.
Down.
I'm scared.
Oh yeah, this is great. There's so many of them.
Last player standing.
Damn it! I'm crying. Ugh.
I'll take him A with smoke to get one.
I think this is the one.
Alright, that's
Hello, listeners. Be advised, The
I
show
haven't spoken to
is an
Princess in a
immersive
while.
audio experience.
Oh wait, no. And is this how he's gonna talk the whole time? Holy crap! No.
I'll get it on my way
Hello,
back.
listeners. Be advised, this show is an immersive audio experience. Please use caution if you're operating a motor vehicle, as it may seem like sounds are
This
coming
is the
from the
right story
sides
too.
and behind you.
Breach is mid.
The Left Right game is brought to you in this dimension by Sonos. Experience brilliant otherworldly sound with Sonos.
Raises mid.
Camera. It was
Run,
recording
run
at
for
the
it.
time, so
Run.
you haven't looked, have you?
No.
Good. I think that's for the best. There's quite a sizable dent in that 4x4. At least you got a good hit in.
Okay,
Feels like it hit back harder.
I'm just gonna say this now.
Well,
if we lose this game,
Fortunately, nothing
even though we're
irreversible,
technically
but-
winning right now, if we lose this game,
Yes, it did do
I'm just
quite a
gonna play
number
Dead by
of
Daylight and I will solo queue and cry.
You have 3 broken ribs, fracture in
Oh,
your left
crap.
arm, and 2 breaks in your right leg.
Like the joke.
I'm sorry.
What do you do if you break your legs in 2 places?
Bandit, you ain't gonna be here by the time we lose this
Never
game.
go back to
You're gonna be
those
gone.
2 places. Have you?
Yes, I've heard it.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be going back anywhere for a little while. We'll need to transition you very carefully. There'll be some physical therapy, a few tests,
What is this
maybe
part
some
even
time with a
on?
consultant.
I
It'll
didn't
be a
read
long
this
road,
part.
but we'll get there.
How long?
I'm sorry.
How long do you expect it to take?
Good job.
Conservatively,
Alright, so
month.
I'll
A
do
month?
Or
Deep.
we could watch
Right,
2
I
YouTube
shouldn't
videos
be
while I
telling you.
snack. Cause I have not ate since I woke
In
up.
truth, each one of those honors belongs to a single person.
We could watch
Person you'll
Damon
be
funny
hearing from
moments on
soon.
YouTube, and then play Dead by
Person
Daylight.
who, frankly, is
Thoughts on that?
far better qualified for this than I am.
Yeah,
I
Gargoyle.
don't know
That's why
she's
I'm
not telling you
asking.
all of this herself, or why she's chosen me of all people to explain things in their place. I'm recording this from a hospital bed on a broken condenser mic that my mum brought for me from home.
Breach might be mid
Editing
again.
it on a software I can barely understand.
Bro, you played Dead by Daylight on Xbox, Bandit. I don't want to
All I
hear
have
shit
going
from
for
you.
me is that I'm stuck here for the next 4 weeks. Nothing else to do but put it all on record. Oh man, come to think of it, that's probably why she chose me. My key defining trait. Total
Omen's on
availability.
What the fuck?
Maybe she was relying on the idea that wherever she went, I'd still be in the same place. She knew I'd be right here, and for some reason, that she wouldn't
Owen was
be.
last seen on B.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you recording your...
No, yeah. I
Oh,
was, but
okay,
it's
you're
fine.
better?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, honestly, it's fine.
So much better, holy.
Okay, a bit of background which will save us all some time in the long run. I once knew a girl called Alice Sharman.
Here we
Wait,
go.
She was an
Phoenix Cell.
undergrad at the
Phoenix Cell.
University of Edinburgh, the same time I was.
Request.
My educational poison was history, a degree that has greatly benefited my career as a bicycle repairman.
No, request a Vandal. It's fine.
Alice Sharman studied journalism, though studied isn't really the word. I mean, it's not an exaggeration to say that she lived and breathed the subject. Editor-in-chief of the campus paper, the voice of student radio, blogger, podcaster. While the rest of us were blindingly scrambling for a shred of identity, Alice burst onto the scene just fully formed.
She's got a
A
stinger.
singular person with a singular goal defined by a future vocation in almost every
Took one with me
conceivable
though.
way.
That's all that
Probably
matters.
come on our
So hungry, and I
begin with,
already
we
heard this part. I'm tempted
did
to make
kind
food
of
while this part plays
resent
for
her
you
for it.
guys.
She definitely stood out, and with her 6 a.m. runs, her color-coded schedule, her constant internships and summer jobs, she just made the rest of us look, well, lazy.
My little classic.
And though we were undoubtedly very lazy, we didn't really appreciate the reminder. She could be annoying in her own right, too. She was blunt, and tunnel visioned and at times a little too practical, but no one could deny she was exceptional. Least of all the lucky few who really got to know her. Alice and I met in the student halls. Like most of our housemates, we were very different people with nothing in common except postcode and a shared kitchen we tried desperately to avoid. I'm not sure how it happened or who spoke to first, what we even talked about, but by the end of the first week,
What are we at? We're at 4
Yeah, because
minutes.
I need
someone
somebody to
paired up
talk
from the
to
group
about
and
this, so I'm
managed
gonna
to
talk
evolve
to
from
you guys
awkward
about this
strangers
shit.
into
What about
awkward
me?
friends. None of it made sense.
You don't
Not on
wanna talk
paper,
or
at
anything
least.
with me?
I grew up in
That's
a
why we're on the
hamlet,
call,
a
silly.
farming village in the middle of nowhere.
Like I haven't
She was
talked
an
to you
army-based kid
forever.
who spent her
I
childhood touring
know.
Europe.
All fucking
She'd done more
weekend,
by the time she was 9
basically.
than I had
Yeah,
in my whole
honestly, I
life.
slept the past like 2. Like I streamed on Saturday,
Anyway,
and
whatever
I
brought us
slept
together,
like
I wasn't about
all
to
of
question it.
Sunday.
She was
Like literally
inspiring
like the whole fucking
and
day, because
smart,
I was
and
waiting for Damien.
she proofread
to,
all my
to
essays. I
come
mean,
back.
I'm still not sure what she saw in me. We were eventually flatmates down in London, where she chased her dreams and I chased my tail. She got a few small jobs, a magazine here, a blog
That's a change
there,
my title.
Holy.
but none of it was a challenge. None of it represented that
I'd rather
next
use a
big
no-skin
step.
Vandal, honestly.
Almost a year passed before
kinda
Alice
just
called a
tired
flat
of
meeting
Reaper. I don't
and
know
told
why.
us that
It's
she'd
a good
accepted a
skin.
job in
I'm
the
just kinda
USA
tired of
as a
it.
junior correspondent for a show called American Stories with the Chicago Public Radio. You wouldn't know it to speak to her, but despite being born on US soil, Alice spent most of her life in the UK. For a moment, I thought she was asking our advice,
He has college classes.
which was stupid of me. It was a big step
His
for
college
Alice.
classes, Tom. No,
That was exactly
college
what she was
classes.
looking for. She accepted it the moment they offered. After that, things moved quickly. Alice started
That's
making
because I
the
have it in like
rounds,
all black, because that's how I
visiting
like
old
it. I
friends,
like it in all black.
boxing up everything essential and leaving everything else behind. Less than a month after she made her announcement, on the anniversary of our graduation, we helped pack her stuff into a rental van, threw a bittersweet going away party,
Really?
and put her room
Why
up
is
for rent.
nobody turning around for
That
Breeze?
party was the last
gonna
time
do
I saw
that.
Alice
I
Sharman.
need to make food.
She dropped out of contact.
Honestly,
Month
after this
later,
game, I'm just gonna snack
complete
on
radio
Doritos.
silence. No calls, no texts,
And watch
no
my,
social
you
media.
used to watch my stream.
After a
This
few
crap
embarrassing
is
one-sided
so
emails,
crazy.
we all kind of decided she'd moved on.
I'm listening to a podcast
Eventually.
about this creepy pasta.
So did we.
I started
actually,
reading
wait.
over the weekend.
So,
And then, some
anybody
months
got
later,
I wish I could hear.
it's sad to admit, but getting hit by that car was
test
probably
the
the most
audio
interesting
ratio.
thing
Wait,
that's
no,
ever
hold on.
happened to me.
Of me to the
Or at least it
stream.
was. Until I
can
woke up
see it
14 days
visually,
later,
but
checked my email, and
I'm
realized
not
the
sure
radio
if I'm
silence had
talking
been
over it or
broken.
if I'm too much lower than
Alice had gotten back in touch. I received 3 emails so far, all blank, no text, no subject, no sender's address. They each had one prominent feature
Bro, the
though,
entire
an
reason I chose
attachment,
Skins is 'cause I
a
don't like
set
Reaper.
of audio files labeled left, right, 1, 2, and 3. I had nothing better to do, so I gave them a listen. And then I listened to them again and again. I've probably played each of them upwards of 20 times in the past few days, and I still don't know what to make of it. But it's definitely Alice. And if any of it's to be believed, it goes a long way to explaining why she hasn't been in touch. I'm gonna let you listen to the first of these files now. I don't expect you to believe everything you hear. Maybe you'll think it's a hoax, maybe
think
you'll
it's
think
real.
Alice is just in a
Oh.
creative writing phase. If I didn't know her, I'd happily agree. But the thing is, I do know her, better than most. Alice Sharman doesn't have time for fiction. She never did. She only
wish
ever
I
cared
bought the
about the
guy's one.
truth. If that's the case with these recordings, as ridiculous as it might sound, I think my friend may have documented her own disappearance.
Exactly.
Like
what
I
the
said,
fuck?
I don't know why she's chosen me for this, but please consider this an open call for information. If you know anyone
really wish I
involved in
bought,
this
like, the
story,
Gaia or the
any of the
Geoskin, though.
locations
The one
mentioned,
that,
anything I
Ben
can
has,
use to
the
get in
tree
touch
one.
with Alice,
Because I
please
have the
don't
ghost
hesitate to
skin
contact
for
me.
it. I love the ghost skin. It's amazing.
Were you in the area on February the
And I
7th
also
of
love
this
the
year?
finisher for it.
Did you meet or speak with a girl called Alice Sharman?
The
Has
one you
anyone
said
heard
last
of the
person.
left-right game?
It's amazing. all I have on this account is with Pop and Reba.
Fine. Coffee's fine.
After I get back from eating, I might just swap to one of my ults and play on them, just for fun. Just
Okay, so
vibing on
something
Raven.
like... They say great stories happen to people who can tell them. Rob J. Guthard is an exception to that rule. As I sit at his table in a small house in Phoenix, Arizona, sip his coffee and listen to him recount the past 65 years, it sounds like he's reading off a shopping list. Every event, his first job, his second wedding, his third divorce, none of them receive more than 1 or 2 sentences. Rob plows through the years, the curt, dispassionate curator of his own personal history. Yet, the story itself is so fascinating, so rich with moments, so wildly meandering that it somehow stands on its own merits. It's a great story, no matter how you tell it.
I wish my parents would have like bought like breakfast food, but they didn't, and
You're 21 years old.
I don't have a
You've
pan
already
to
worked
make
as
like
a
eggs
farmer,
in, else
a
I
mover,
would.
a boat engineer.
I don't have
What's
any pan
next
to
for
do
Rob
that,
J.
man.
Guthard?
Had my boy. Got married.
Wow.
And I can't order food because I live in the
Okay,
middle
how
of fucking
was married
nowhere.
life?
Not so great.
DoorDash doesn't deliver here.
divorced.
No delivery
Oh.
app does.
That must have been hard on you.
Because I'm like an hour from civilization.
Yeah, pretty hard.
Yeah. Otherwise, I just order like McDonald's breakfast. McDonald's breakfast hits
so,
hard.
what was the situation with your son?
That's
then?
why I can't wait.
She had him. I went away.
I can't
for
wait
a
to move
while.
in with Damien and hopefully move into somewhere more
For
like
work?
city.
Vietnam.
I blinked and
You
2
were
of them
in Vietnam.
peeked me. I'm scared.
How was that for you?
Well, I ain't never been back since.
Sure.
Bro, not the dead Kermit. Not the
Just to be
dead
clear,
Kermit.
that was everything he had to say concerning his first marriage and the entire Vietnam War. Still, the story
Do you think
continues.
there's any other Nightbot
Rob had 4
commands I could
marriages
do?
after that, and even more professions.
Gargoyle?
After the war, he worked with a firm of private detectives, got shot at once by the mob, and then he became a courier, which is how a poor boy from Alabama got to see the world.
DM them to me on Discord, like any ideas you have
I've been
about
to
that.
most
Because
of
I
the
don't,
continents
I'm
with
new.
that
I don't really
job.
know what to do.
I've been
So I just put the
to-
Discord one just to see if it
Where
would
are you
work.
from?
My dad's American.
B. I hear people B.
And my mother's British Caribbean.
Yep.
I got Omen on B.
See?
He was
Caribbean.
probably just lurking though. I'm coming.
I've been there.
Good to know.
He'd been arrested once in Singapore after one of his packages
Outside
had
the
been
door?
found to be full of white powder. He spent 3 days locked up before someone got around to checking the substance. It was chalk. A friend he
Question.
made
What are
during
those
his brief
things called?
custody,
The ones
Hiroji
that like
Sato,
when you press the
invited
button,
Rob
what are
to
those
stay with him
called?
in Japan. Just getting over the breakup of his third marriage, Rob took the offer. He stayed in Japan for another 5 years. And
You know what?
clearly,
That's fair.
something
Thank you.
important happened there. It's only at this point in his long and poorly told story, Rob begins to talk in full sentences.
Japanese are good people, good manners, but they got all these urban legends and ghost stories that Hiroji was crazy for. Spent all his free time chasing them down.
Yeah, what could
Like,
possibly go wrong?
You heard
Also,
of
listen, I'm a little
Joro Gummo?
brain dead, okay? I'm sorry.
I can't say I have.
Right, well, she's this spider lady. Lives in the Joro Falls around Izu. Meant to be real pretty, but real dangerous. Hiroji took us out there a few times to get a picture of her.
I
So
didn't
did
have
you
a
ever
gun.
meet your Gromo?
You got
No,
this. 1v3.
She didn't show.
Easy.
None of them did. I didn't believe any of that till we went to Aoki Jihara.
Aoki Gahara? The suicide forest.
Yeah. Deserves that name, too. Patch of woodland at the base of Mount Fuji. 100 or so people kill themselves there every year.
Did they rotate to
That's just
C?
the ones that they can find. Hiroji took me to chase Yuri.
You got this.
Ghost-
Don't worry about
Ghost
it. You
of the
got
Forest.
this.
Guess he thought
You
if
win
they was
these
going to
every
be
day of the
anywhere in
week.
big numbers, they were going to be
Easy.
there.
Well, I gotta be honest, that does seem a little ghoulish.
Yeah. Well, he was a friend.
Bro.
So, did you find anything in Aoki Gahara?
You heard him in the water. You heard him in the water.
I ain't
Actually,
going to ask you
I
to
wanna
believe
check
me, Miss
my,
Sharman, but
Yeah,
I was
Virgo,
a PI.
Can you add those
Professional
commands to me?
cynic,
That'd be
straight-laced
really
as
nice.
they
'Cause I
come.
don't have any idea what to do. But
Even
I'm
I
still
can't
gonna check
deny
my
there
Twitch dashboard.
there was a spirit in those
Dashboard.
woods.
English is not my strong
Really?
suit.
One of the array?
I
It
love
walked up to me
how
through the trees.
I have
Looked like static you see on a
I have
TV
two
screen.
mods.
It was a human shape.
Yeah,
almost.
I mean,
Almost?
I think it's okay.
Missing
It's
an
pretty
arm.
cool. B?
He
Yeah,
reached
B,
out
B,
to
B,
me,
B,
but
B,
I
B, I'm
bolted
dead.
out of that forest so fast. Hiroji never saw it, and he'd been going twice a year for 3 decades. He holds it against me to this day.
I can see why. It's staged by a rookie.
Yeah, well, I wasn't a rookie for long.
We're at 1.5.
After that,
Guys,
I
we're
took
at
it all
1.5.
serious. Investigation,
We're going up in the
documentation.
world.
When I came back stateside,
And we're
I
at
looked into
64
everything.
hours streamed.
The Jersey Devil, Amityville. I said Bloody Mary in a mirror every day for a year just to see if I got cursed.
Did anything happen?
Yeah, about 3 months in, I got bronchitis.
Not her usual MO.
Yeah, well, that one's just a story. But I figured if one of them was true, then who knows how many others were. I was real scientific with it, too. High standards of proof, tests, records.
So, how many of these urban legends have met your standards?
Since Aoki Jahara,
Hmm.
ain't none of them had any proof to them. Except for one.
You're talking about the left-right game.
Burp again.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just gonna all.
Hey, this is Rachel from the Q-Code production team. We hope you've been enjoying sound your way on Sonos. We take pride in creating premium audio experiences, which is why we love listening on Sonos. Sonos creates technology that celebrates sound, like we do, continuously refining the listening experience so that we can connect listeners and creators.
When our team listened to the finished product on Sonos speakers, we felt like we were riding along with the left-right game convoy. The bass of the truck's engine, everyone's voices coming in on the CB, and other mysteries along the road. It felt like we were there. None of the effort we put into the sound design and mix got lost in translation from the studio to the speaker.
Sonos speakers are designed from the inside out for incredibly detailed sound and rich bass, then fine-tuned by Oscar and Grammy-winning producers, mixers, and artists. Go to sonos.com to learn more.
The left-right game. I have to say the name's a little silly, but I can tell Rob's excited to start talking about it. The game appeared on a paranormal message board in June last year. Only a few people frequently visited the forum, and of these regulars, only Rob took an interest in the post. It was a kind of ritual, with very simple rules. Get in your car and take a drive.
Where the fuck
Take
is
a
KJ?
left, then the next possible road on the right, then the next possible left. Repeat process ad infinitum until you wind up
That's what I was looking
somewhere
for the whole
new.
time.
It seems pretty simple, no different than 100 similar urban legends Rob's investigated, but for some reason, this one makes his eyes light up. This particular ritual, according to Rob, is the real deal.
Yeah, I wanted to
You
kill
could tell
KJ
from the
first because
start
KJ has her
was
fucking
something
mollies
different.
on the bomb,
Post
probably.
was thorough.
So I
Lots
was
of
like,
details.
okay,
You
I'm
just-
just gonna
you don't
try
see
and
'em
like
on the
kill her
stories.
first.
What sort of details?
Because
Logs,
Raids was on life
high
support
quality
anyway.
pictures.
I didn't think she'd like.
Whoever
try to, like,
this guy
like, challenge
was,
me or anything.
he documented everything. I set about trying to verify his information right away.
So that's actually something that I wanted to ask.
Having the outside door.
Has no one done this before? By accident, even? I mean, all you do is take alternating turns. It feels like people would play it every day
Oh,
without
no.
even meaning to.
Well, you'd be surprised. You see, there ain't all that many roads where you can turn left and right and left and right and keep going. Well, not long, at least. I mean, most of the time you find yourself at a dead end or needing to turn in the wrong direction. Phoenix is built on a grid system, so you can keep making turns as long as you need to. That's why I'm here.
So, sorry, did you move to Phoenix for the left-right game?
That's right.
What's happening?
You must really believe in it.
Belief ain't got nothing to do with it. You'll see that soon enough.
Is that our time?
Yeah, looks like I gotta prep the run. You understand?
Oh, sure, of course.
Oh shit.
Guest room's at the top of the stairs. You got a towel in there. Spare key in the hall if you want to see the city. But I suggest you get some sleep. Long day tomorrow.
Thanks for the hospitality.
Well, that's all right.
Imagine moving states.
You don't have to come tomorrow if you don't want to.
That sounds ominous. I'll be there.
All right.
Where actually are you going?
Supply run. I'll pick up some tea.
I didn't get to speak with Rob as long as I wanted, and I'd wish I'd hidden my incredulity better. Still, selling your house in another state, packing up your life, and moving to Phoenix, Arizona just to play a game you read about on the internet sounds like insanity. In the end, I feel we parted on good terms, but very much aware of each other's thinly veiled opinions. He knew I saw him as a charming obsessive chasing after a fairy tale. I knew he saw me as a naive cynic on the cusp of a completely new world. All I know is, by tomorrow afternoon, one of us will be right. In less than 12 hours, I'll be heading out on the road, playing Rob's beloved game alongside him, and I'll be with him until the end, however soon that might be. I'm Alice Sharman. We'll have more after this. Okay, that's all right.
Stop. It should not be tied. We should be winning this. And if we go to OT, I'm gonna cry. I'm not going to OT. I'm not. I will DC.
Morning.
I will DC.
Oh, sorry, I should have knocked.
And play on an alt account.
I mean, I did, but just not on the door. I don't usually have guests over.
It's fine. Sorry, just a little startled.
You think I won't?
I made waffles. I got bananas, strawberries, chocolate syrup. We got more cooking downstairs, too.
Wow. Wow, this is a lot, thank you.
Well, I just wanted you to wake up to something good. I mean, we won't be eating this stuff on the road.
When are we heading out?
Well, I'll let you sleep in. We're heading out in 40 minutes, so try and be done by then. Everybody's looking forward to meeting you.
Oh my god, this is... Wait, who else is coming?
Is it cocktails or anything like that we can have? I got some cognac in the bag. I don't know if you guys are cognac people. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Guys, we're being kind of creepy here. Huh? You're, Alice, right? Jesus. Guys, come on. Hey, sorry. They're all super excited to meet you.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, well, that's because they're all nerds.
I hate
Even
it.
you.
Oh, especially me. Look, let's start over. Apollo.
Alice. Sharman. Well, that's quite a name.
Mm-hmm. Like Apollo Creed. You know, Prince of the Punch, King of the Sting. You never seen Rocky?
Afraid not. No.
Oh, then we're gonna have some problems. Nah, I'm kidding. So, you want the rundown?
One with me, I don't care.
On the yard people?
Please.
Okay. Okay, so we got Lilith and Eve over there. They're at NYU.
Bree, have you ever
got a YouTube
played,
channel. They're gonna be the first to swarm you.
Have you ever played Valorant?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to show you a clip of somebody being a fucking asshole after this game's over. I'm gonna show you this clip.
As soon as we're done, I guarantee it.
Thanks for the heads up.
Blue Jay's the smoker. She doesn't talk much. And the older two are Bonnie and Clyde. They're librarians and siblings, I think.
Their names are Bonnie and Clyde?
No, that's their call signs. We all got call signs. You don't know about the call signs?
Oh, I can't say that I do.
Well, that's something to take up with Rob.
Laughing at?
So, sorry, how do you all know each other?
Like I said, we're all nerds. UFO chasers. Ghost hunters. When something goes bump in the night, we run.
Never be me.
We're watching a podcast.
They heard me. They 100% heard me. They know I'm right here. They know.
Run the wrong way.
They're aware.
There's this huge web forum for the hobby. We all met on it.
And Rob's on this forum as well.
Yeah, I should think so. He created it.
Apollo!
Last was AFK.
You help me put the stove away.
Be right with you, Rob. We don't get a lot of bona fide journalists interested in what we do, so I apologize.
Apologize for what?
GG's.
Hey, you're Alice, right?
Okay, we brought that back. We brought that back.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay,
this is Eve.
So we are going.
Hey.
We were wondering, what are you doing
We're
after
4-2
this?
right now.
Because we have a friend
in Roswell.
Yeah, in Roswell, and
he's a seismologist.
Yeah, he's a seismologist, and he's been seeing like tremors, but like predictable tremors.
Not bad
like
at
they
all.
follow a pattern.
I think
It's
did we get more
subterranean.
RR than we lost?
I'm not sure that I understand
One
exactly.
more, but that's fine.
Well,
Some people are saying that the Roswell UFO came from under
Okay,
the ground, like a digging
So
machine.
what do y'all want to watch?
It could be like
What do y'all want to watch?
a big story for your show.
You want to watch
Okay,
something scary?
okay,
We can
sure.
watch
I
something
think that,
positive.
Excuse me,
I'll
would
have
you
to-
be the journalist?
We can listen to one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't mean to interrupt, but hey, Bunny.
Or we can,
we were wondering if you'd want to bring these
can watch,
pictures
like,
to your editor.
something.
See those lights?
Preferably not anyone who's a
That's
big
a will of a
creator.
wisp.
I'll cry.
All right.
No, Tom,
we
you're
ready
not
to head
allowed
out, guys?
Hey, Rob, what's this about Alice not having a call sign?
What? Oh, the call signs are for radio contact between the cars. You're traveling with me, so I don't think you want one.
Well, if everyone else has one.
Well, I did think about it, and I told everyone you were from London. How about that?
I'm from Bristol.
Oh, Bristol. I ain't never heard of it.
Yeah, no one has.
Okay, Bristol.
No one has.
You want to help me wheel the car out?
Happy to.
All right, fair warning. It's a thing of beauty.
I do like them. I don't know.
What do you think?
Like I just sort of had to.
Well.
have
Beauty
I
subjective.
didn't even have.
Not right now, it ain't.
Looks like a tank.
I fixed her up good. I put the winch in, heavy-duty tires, light rig on top's LEDs. They'll make midnight look like noon. They don't hardly use any power. Took out the back seats, make room for supplies, extra fuel, and a sleeping area.
How much did all this cost, Rob?
A whole lot. Worth it, though. You gonna need a hand?
I'm all right. Thank you.
God damn it, God damn it.
What is it? Were we expecting someone else?
We were 2 hours ago. Ace? Are you fucking kidding me? No, not happening. Turn around.
What? Look, I'm sorry I'm late.
No, it ain't happening.
Rob.
No! What, are you kidding me? You don't call, you miss the briefing, you show up in a goddamn convertible? What, you gonna soak in some sunshine on the road?
Do you know how much the lease is on this thing?
I don't care.
Fine. It's my car. What do you want me to get a new car?
You didn't even read my itinerary. Look, you got nothing packed back there.
I did read it, sir, okay? Calm down. I have a bag. I won't ask you for anything.
Goddamn right you won't.
I was gonna say they definitely paraphrased this.
Well, that's everyone, I guess. You ready for this, Bristol?
I'm ready.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, then. Let's hit the road.
It makes it seem so.
All right. Here we go.
This is Apollo for Ferryman. How many more to go, Rob?
That line's really meant for official business.
Noted. Did he say ferryman? Your call sign's ferryman?
Yep.
Huh. As in the Guardian of the River Styx?
As in a man who drives a ferry.
Oh, huh. Of course. Far less foreboding.
You all right?
Yeah, sorry. How many turns so far?
32. Why, are you bored?
No.
Just thinking.
You're thinking the same thing Apollo was.
What do you mean?
When we left, how many more to go? You're wondering how many turns we're gonna take before we hit some wall or something. Before you find out this is all just a story.
Does that disappoint you?
I'd be disappointed if you weren't thinking something like that. You're a journalist, after all. But whether you believe me or not, now we're on the road, I gotta say something to you, and you gotta listen to it, all right?
All right.
We are coming up to a spot not too far from here, a tunnel. Anytime before we reach it, you can get out, walk in any direction you like, and you won't be in the game no more. Whole thing will cancel out. You can go on about your day. But once we go through, you got to retrace the route we took to get yourself back through that tunnel. That's when you're home safe. And you got to convince someone to take you back in a car, because I ain't ferrying you back 20 minutes in. I am playing till the end. Any doubts you got that tunnel to skip out? You understand?
I understand. Though I have to say, you're making me a little nervous.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with a little nervous.
Outside of the rules, I don't understand what part of it makes it a game. Like, it's just kind of fucking crazy and creepy. Like, especially when you get to the hitchhiker.
Who is that?
Like,
what?
Say this is
Standing
not a
outside the
game.
mirror shop.
Ignore her.
Serious.
Ignore her. She's coming to...
He couldn't come with me.
And the old lady right here, the gray one. Like, this is serious. How is this a game?
It lies. It drinks people empty and cries when they're done.
Are you... Miss, are you alright?
What are you doing? Are you mad? Are you mad? You don't know. You're going to shatter like fucking China. Your limbs will split. And then splinter.
Rob.
It will close on you. And in the darkness, it will shred you down to your sins. Don't take her, you fucking bastard!
Don't! Don't do it, please! Don't! I didn't see! I didn't see! Please!
Oh my god!
Did you guys see that? That woman just smashed her head into a fucking mirror like she just...
Don't pay her no mind. Any of you. Keep moving. You've gone quiet again. Thought you'd have more questions.
Is there something you want me to ask?
Not particularly.
I was just thinking about that woman. What she did to herself. I mean, she... Do you think she's okay?
Well, she's long behind us now. To be honest, I'm surprised you didn't ask about her at the time.
Why would I? Wait, do you know her?
Not exactly. She's sort of a fixture. Always there.
What, on that street?
On that turn.
Wait, are you saying that she's part of this? She's part of the game?
One of the first signs you know that it's working. Wherever you play it, New York, Chicago, 34 turns in, she shows up. I gotta say, she's never acted out that much before, though. Must be a special trip.
I don't know how I feel about that.
All right.
You're saying that that clearly troubled woman, don't you think, assuming she's somehow a part of this, that she serves as proof of your game is a little...
Ghoulish? That how you feel? Well, see how you feel about it tomorrow.
Lilith to Bristol. Sarah, Eve's gone through the footage of that woman. We've got some pretty messed up video, but no sound. Do you have any audio?
Yeah. I think it picked her up.
Oh my god. Thank you. Can you send us that file when we stop? Can you ask when we're stopping?
Sure, will do. When's our stopping point?
For them, about 2 hours. For you? Well, you tell me.
This is the tunnel you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused. Why is there a tunnel in an alleyway? What's it supposed to pass under?
Ain't supposed to pass under anything. It's just there.
And if we weren't playing the game?
Then it wouldn't show. Now look, I ain't asking you to believe me, but I told you. This street, this is your last chance. You get out now, you can go wherever you want to go. But through there, you'll need a car to get yourself home, and mine ain't turning around. Not till the end.
I remember.
But I gotta know you understand. I ain't gonna pressure you. You wanna get out? This is the time.
What are you waiting for?
Alright then. This is Ferryman to all cars. Anyone want to step out, then pull to the side now. Otherwise, stay in formation and have some supplies at hand. We got a long way to go.
Much like the game I'm so tentatively playing, my view of Robert J. Guthard seems to change direction frequently. I'd heard all about his life, but I'm not so sure that I know him. I like the guy, but I'm not certain I can trust him. And though I admire his dedication to the left-right game, I'm not so sure I'll like where it might lead us. Yet, as he takes us into the tunnel, his face vanishing and reappearing under the dim sodium lights, I can tell that he expects this trip to be a major step in his already impressive story. And this time, for better or worse, I'm along for the ride.
The Left Right Game stars Tessa Thompson as Alice, Amel Amin as Tom, W. Earl Brown as Rob, Dio Kinney as Apollo, Inanna Sarkis as Lilith, Jojo T. Gibbs as Eve, Brian Greenberg as Ace, Robin Bartlett as Bonnie, and John Billingsley as Clyde, with additional performances by Peter O'Brien, Rebecca Field, Steve West, and Larissa Gallagher. Created and written by Jack Anderson, directed by Emma Tammy. Hello, listeners. Be advised, this show is an immersive audio experience. Please use caution if you're operating a motor vehicle, as it may seem like sounds are coming from the sides and behind you.
Been by.
Sorry. It's just policy.
No, that's okay. I understand.
Can we help you with anything else?
Oh, no. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day.
Just protect their journalists from random callers claiming to be friends of theirs, which, I mean, I see the logic. I've already called back a few times, but Christine seems to be on reception for the whole week, so I had to hang up without saying anything. I thought I'd give them a few days to forget about me, but we're going to try again.
Your call is important to us. Please hold, and we'll connect you as soon as possible.
I wish there was another way, really. If I'd managed to find any other leads, but I'm clearly no Alice Sharman. I couldn't find Rob Guthard or his forum, and strangely enough, there's no mention of the Left-Right Game anywhere online. The only thing I can verify are Alice's ties to American stories, so that's where we're starting. Honestly, I just want to know she's there. You know, faxing, filing, doing boring stuff. Anywhere other than...
Hey, thank you for calling American Stories. This is Christine. How can I help you today?
Hello there, Christine. This is Milton Keynes from the BBC in London. I was hoping if I could make an inquiry with you.
Oh, sure. How can I help?
Well, I was wanting to run some fact-checking concerning one of your reporters.
Sure. Can I ask what this is about?
Of course. Well, as I said, I'm with the BBC. And about 2 years ago, one of your journalists, Alice Sharman, wrote a story for us on a property tax. Yeah, we're doing a follow-up, and we were wanting to set up a phone interview with her, but
I'm sorry. We're not able to give information out about our journalists. It's just...
Oh, and I wouldn't ask you to. We have a similar policy here. We were just hoping you'd be able to pass on the message. Is she in the office?
Okay, sure. I can pass that message along. If you could just hold for a moment.
Sure. It's hard to lie to Americans. They're always so nice. Except Alice. She was always pretty blunt. I guess she got that from...
Hey, thanks for holding, Mr. Keynes. I'm really sorry, I couldn't track her down.
Ah. Okay, well, is there anywhere at all I could... Would I be able to get a general office email or...
Oh, sorry, no, I just checked our company address book. There's no record of an Alice Sharman ever working here. Do you know when she said she started? Hello?
From American Stories, I'm Alice Sharman. Thank you for joining us.
So, how long does this tunnel go on for?
Not long. We're just taking it slow. Oh, reminds me. Ferryman to all cars. This is Ferryman to all cars. We're coming up to the end soon. Be warned. We got the first trap corner coming up. Sharp left just as we leave. So keep pace. Stay in formation.
Why did you use the word trap? The last turn, you called it a trap corner. Does that mean something?
Just one of those things. Now that we're through the tunnel, it's important we don't make a wrong turn.